Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here for a movie review on One Crazy Cruise. I think that's what it's called. If not, then. Well, anyways, so we just have a mom and a dad. It turns out that this is Brady Bunch style. That was crazy. It's Brady Bunch style, actually. Yeah, so instead of having, let's see how many kids was in Brady Bunch. I think it was 3 kids each. Instead, they just kept it down, and they're like, "Yeah, 2 more kids is that's messed up." So they actually made it 4 kids instead. I was gonna be like, "Oh, they're 4 friends," but no. So whatever. Well, anyways, so we got Ellie, and Ellie is basically the one that is kind of the ringleader, quote unquote, even though there are dual roles. Anyways, whatever. So first we get introduced to, I thought it was Snobby the Squirrel or Snobby Squirrel, but apparently it's not. It's like some other crap. Well, anyway, so yeah, he has an app. At first, I thought it was a cartoon show or something that he was gonna do, but apparently not. So okay, whatever. If you hear that, that's just rain. But anyways, yeah. So we get introduced to Barnacle the clown, which wow, it's weird as heck because he has seaweed as hair. That was weird. I do have to admit though, I wouldn't put it past R.L. Stein to make a messed up clown that died at sea. Slappy the clown, yeah, there's Slappy the clown right there. That's an idea for him to help. Well, anyways, whatever. So apparently Ellie is afraid of clowns. That was crazy. And then we met the boss, and then we met the boss's daughter, who is mean girl like, and we had Nate who was trying to mack on a little girl, but wasn't really working at first. Then we had the ice cream thing where he was like, "Oh, you get to make your own ice cream." After that, the pool turned into a jacuzzi maliciously, even though we have no idea why it was turning into a jacuzzi, but yeah, it got very steamy. Chances are, I guess it was a jacuzzi already. I don't know. So next, just that shot it out iceberg, and that was messed up. But it turns out that was just his password, trying to make sure that he remembers it. Next up is the hypnotist, Paul. I think that was his name, but hey, it depends. I think chances are that's his name. So yeah, Paul. And you had, well, Paul did a lot of things. Like the first thing he just did was something with a kid, and the kid thought he was like in North Pole or some kind of crap. Then after that, it was he chose 4 people in the audience, and it turns out it was the 4 that we know. And Nate was the one who's like, "Yeah, you can't get inside my head. It's a steel trap." And others reluctantly went up, but Nate was okay. So first he said they're a merry band of buccaneers. And then after that, it was at the end, they're like, "You are a bunch of pirates at sea, all the way till sunrise." Wait a minute, sunrise? Are you serious? Yeah, and this is where it gets to the craziest part of all. You would figure, number one, a security guard would actually be there. Yeah, number one, a security guard would actually be in there just in case, and he actually will hear it and say, "Hey, whoa, 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 wait. I see you actually put the others into trance. It's not a good idea to make it all the way till sunrise for this hypnotic thing to work." And instead, yeah, there was no one at all, no objections. That was stupid. I don't. That's the stupid part. That's like, yeah, that should break. Not only that, but the freaking security lady, what we'll get into later, she should actually rewind it all the way to the beginning so she can actually trace the steps of the quote unquote pirates. And then she would get like, "Oh, they were hypnotized." Oh, it's like, yeah. So that's like one little hiccup I have to say on that one. But anyways, this is for kids, so whatever. So we find them the next day. One girl, which is Ellie, she's no, it wasn't Ellie. That was Pepper or Piper or Harper. I don't know, some name like that. She was dressed as a pirate, and the boy dressed as a pirate as well. His name was Cam. Yeah, Cameron was dressed as a boy as well. You had Ellie, who had a tattoo on her face, which was easily removable, but she had a prosthetic foot handcuffed to her hand. What the? And of course, you had Nathaniel Nate actually purple all over. We have no idea how he turned purple, though. That's the weird part. But anyways, the kids have their own room, which that was kind of weird. So you give the four kids their own room, even though given, I bet the two girls, Piper, Harper, Pepper, and Ellie, they both actually were at age to actually be able to be in charge. So I guess that might be one reason why they have a room to themselves. This is good news too. At this point, I would basically say that this is technically a kid's version of Hangover, but without beer, without drugs included. Yeah, this technically is a nice little turn, but I'll keep that to the end. I'll describe it all in the end. So let's see. The dad's tablet is gone now. Yeah, the one that had the app of the squirrel that's now missing in action, and their pirate selves left the map. And the first map was like check the other glove, which it was missing. Yeah, that's some crap. Yeah, that's some major doodle. I'll say that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it kid friendly here. So they kidnapped the seal as well, and the worst part of this is that instead of getting a real actual seal, they actually got a CGI seal. What? Yeah, so instead of actually getting a real actual seal and have a seal trainer, instead they actually just had a CGI seal, which is the same as the freaking saber-toothed tiger over there on Power Rangers Dino Charge. This, at least that one was okay, but the seal, on the other hand, they can easily get their hands on a real seal and a seal trainer. It could cost money, but I'm like, I'd rather actually have that instead of being like in later years when the technology is even better and they actually can pull off a real seal. Then we look at this movie and say they couldn't put it off at all. That was crap. All right. Well, anyway, so the seal hurled at the girls. The seal also had the key. Melina, yeah, Melina. That's the name of the boss's daughter. Piper seems to have a love interest, which is a waiter. The weird clown showed up again out of nowhere. The necklace is missing. The mom has a necklace that she actually had, and she was going to use it in launch and actually show it off there. So, yeah. And there's a few phone checks. Oh, yeah. So remember in Hangover, the first time in Hangover, they actually were like, yeah, check your phones, check your phones. They did the same thing too. And we get the unknown text person. Yeah, unknown texter, and then after that, the waiter and the girl, Piper actually took pictures, took photos together. And the security lady actually got them, rounded all of them up, and took her to her lair. It's better to say her later because she's kind of like the bad guy here. So the security later, Hans or whatever, Hawes or something, is trying to get down to the business, get the bottom of everything. She asks, why are you purple? Why the house code? Because she's hiding a prosthetic leg. She showed the footage and they showed costumes were stolen along with food was stolen. Well, they're freaking damn pirates. Sorry, kids. Yeah, there were pirates, and if you did your research, you would know, oh crap, they're in the trance, and then you would beat up the freaking hypnotist. But nope, this is a kid's show. She's dumb as the rest of them. So it looks like they actually threw someone overboard. Yeah, so they threw someone overboard. They thought it was Melina, but it turns out it wasn't. The sea lion is missing. Ellie becomes a lawyer and saves their butt, and they were able to get out of there. But now they're on her radar. They're on the security lady's radar. Sea lion's on the loose, escape from the room. Nate and Cam are together. Yeah, Nate and Cam are in one team, and then what? Oh yeah, that's when I learned about their names. Yeah, so Piper and Nate goes to the hypnotist and found out that that was his handcuffs, and he thinks he improved their lives. That's why he hypnotized them. And then tries to explain by music, and only Nate understand, while Piper over there didn't say anything. On the other hand, Ellie and Cam looks for the tablet and find about a mystery date, and he wrote on the board the mystery date. You missed. Where were you and everything? So yeah. So Cameron has a deal to the foreigner kid. Apparently, he wants a duel, and the foreign kid has the glove. So yeah, so now he has to do the match. The waiter has an expensive watch, and then they decide to be like, oh my gosh, he steals crap. So the freaking girls go off on their own together to find out about the waiter, and Nate is left all alone again. The first time he's left alone was when they braked and thought of an idea to figure out what to do. Anyways, so Cody Simpson, I'm like, what else you got? It's like, seriously, yeah. If you got someone like very, very spectacular, that would be cool. But Cody Simpson, I could do with it without. Anyways, I figured already, because, well, this is a kid's show and I'm able to figure out very easily, Cody most likely was the mystery texter. That's like my thought. Well, anyways, Melina is alive, thank goodness, and she got the mom's jewelry. Yeah, somehow. Well, as a pirate, I guess, so I think technically it's the dad's fault because he was dumb enough to say iceberg to everyone, and they were able to open his safe. So if he didn't say that, then yeah. But the other hand would be the fact of the safe would be gone. Well, anyways, so security lady, she's acting like the Pink Panther, but not that. Yeah, basically she hides well while watching from afar, but she's not doing a very good job. It's basically silly, just like the Pink Panther. So it turns out the fake leg, the fake prosthesis that Ellie got is the boss's leg. Oh my gosh. And then we get to the duel. But along with the duel, you had Nate and the little girl, and since Nate is now purple, it turns out that the little girl has a weird obsession on monsters. Which technically I would say it's a fetish. Yeah, I would say that, and I'll explain that later too. But anyway, so Ellie and Piper goes to get the leg off by liquid nitrogen in the kitchen. Everyone was okay with it, but the chef was angry because of the raid, and he knows fish jitsu for some reason. Which, okay, sure. I mean, Mikey in second movie of Ninja Turtles was like, combat coconuts. So I guess, sure, that can be a fight move too. And it turns out the real reason why he's pissed off is because of the destroyed an ice sculpture of his grandma. They threw it off the... So, oh, I didn't get that connection. So that was the thing that they threw off the... Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I missed that part. That was when I missed to connect the dots. Okay, well, anyways. The fight continues. The little girl, like I said, has weird interests. Cam 1. Stupid idea on the waiter. So I basically thought is that... Yeah, so... Anyways, X marks the spot from the glove. Ellie has a nice throw. They threw a bag... Piper's handbag, so they were able to get into the waiter's room. They looked through the waiter's room, and the security lady broke into the room as well, and I figured he was cool. Yeah, the fact that he got lots of expensive stuff. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be like that. I was figured like the watch, it could have came from his grandfather. It could have been something very valuable. When instead, yeah, they thought he was a thief. Anyways, he's the owner's son. Yeah, then all of a sudden, the security lady kissed butt, and she actually tasered him before she kissed butt. And now, they're off the hook because, well, do you really want his dad to know that you tasered his son? You will be fired. So, I would think you would just drop it. Anyways, you got a nice little girl moment right here. I would just say girl moment, not romantic moment. Seal is still on the loose. The next day after they cleaned up the room finally, they have B12 ball some reason. So that means that whoever actually has a card B12 is screwed. Screwed over because they have it. That sucks. That sucks. Well, anyways, Nate is not purple anymore, but his hair is. And now you have Bingo, Fashion Frenzy. At first I thought that Spike was Barnacles because it kind of sounded like him, but I don't think so, or maybe it is. I'm not sure. Anyways, Pepper is betting her betting to get her mom's jewelry back by using her purse that's very, very expensive that she got on her own. Kind of like how Meg did in that Family Guy episode. Well, anyways, you also had the leg return mission. And then Melina scored a 92. Nate was doing some silly crap so they could finish the mission. Barnacle was there for 2 years, apparently. Well, the person who plays as Barnacle, the clown, is there 2 years. Anyways, 92, it was a tie, but then nope, 100 due to Ellie throwing a salt shaker at a light, and that made her sister sparkly. Anyways, Melina is friendlier now. Senior bingo tournament. Nate has a plan, so he poses as an old man. We find out that the pirates stole a cash box, but not the cash, and also a coat from someone who actually someone actually cheated at bingo. The security lady found a clue, so did Nate, and then the security lady snatched the camera. That was a wind up, basically meaning that you have to get it developed before Nate can actually take it for himself. So Cam and Nate has to get the camera back. They found that the photos and the security lady, they got the photos and the security lady got wrapped up. The parents talk, going to the launch. We found out what X marks the spot means. It turns out that Moxie is showing in the dirt, and there's your ex. The hypnotist watches secretly. The chest is locked, but of course we got the key from the seal, and it turns out, there we go, they're safe, and the hypnotist smiles from afar. The seal is still on the loose yet again. Still, they're taking shortcuts. The elderly lady from before who actually had that camera, he switched sheets with her, and she actually won the bingo, but she got something very, very special, and you guys can see it for yourself in the movie. So they made it. They secretly put the tablet back. So Zegal Nova is the tablet, and it has 3D keyboard ability. 3D keyboard. That's interesting. But the messed up part is that all that work, something horrible happens. So Cam saves the day by using a handheld, and the family has to solve, and Melina helps. So Ellie burps like a champion, which that most likely was fake. And the plan begins. A nice performance from Pepper and Ellie, and Melina was sidelining, and Nate was beatboxing. Here's the weird part, was that Cam came out of nowhere with a piano and started playing, which is like, that was a bit weird. That was a bit weird. I would rather you do what freaking damn Junie did in Spy Kids 2. Just slide in with a guitar. That would have been awesome. Now that would have been cool. That would have been cool. But anyways, nice shout out too. So anyways, Pepper was hurt and Ellie had to finish the song, but I think Pepper was actually faking it. So the app, we got to see the app. The app is basic but interesting. It's basic. The reason why say basic is because it's kind of like what the 90s 3D games looked like. Exactly like that. Or technically, if you saw Gumball, How to Twerk Your Panda, exactly the same 3D like stuff. Well, anyways, the boss, he might be joking, but he just said he fired the crowd. Well, anyways, Pepper and the waiter dances, and there's another girl moment. Oh my gosh, a girl moment there. Nate and the little girl. So Nate jumped in the hot water, and it turns out that it was the chlorine that helped get his hair back to normal. And the little girl left him because she was like, oh my gosh, you're not that monster at all. You tricked me. I'm out of here. Yeah, this is kind of like the whole thing of, I'm going to say quote unquote fetish, because here's a nice example. A girl goes in love with a freaking damn werewolf. And sorry for the messed up baby cussing. But anyways, so the girl loves a werewolf, and what she's going to do, she's going to date guys that are very, very hairy. And that's how to compensate for the werewolf thing, because, well, they're super hairy, so there you go, thumbs up, and that turns into a messed up fetish, because that's one thing that makes her very, 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 very... We'll be back after these messages. Well, anyway, so Barnacles the clown shows up again, and then on Cody yet again. But yep, thought so. Cody was the mystery guy. And my gosh, freaking damn Pepper was like, "Oh, well, he wrote that song for you, apparently." I'm like, okay, that song was made before he even met her, so yeah. So as the hypnotist tries to bring families together, so he secretly poses as Barnacles the clown, so he can actually scout and see which family actually needs some help. And by doing his hypnotism, he's able to help them actually come together. Ingenious idea. I do have to admit that's ingenious. He then stop the security lady and hypnotizes her into a chicken, so they won't get into trouble. Yeah, so now she can't actually say anything because now she's a chicken. Congratulations for doing your job. Actually, you half did your job. If you would have actually really did your job, you would actually have noticed that they actually were hypnotized, and then you would have went to the hypnotist yourself and said that's messed up. What they do, you're gonna have to pay for. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, man. Well, anyway, so Ellie runs to him, but he was leaving. She has a megaphone. She admits the truth, and then Cody stops the pilot. Cody has thought of the idea of releasing the sea lion, and Cody is stealing him. Cody actually has him in his helicopter. So here's another girly moment, and now, like I said, the security guard is a chicken, and that's basically all you need to know about that crazy cruise. I know this was long, sorry about that, but here's the thing, it's just the fact of I would have loved to see an adult version of this one. This would actually be cool. And not the one with Cuba Gooding Jr. and the other dude. Yeah, that was horrible. That was a horrible thing. That was a horrible, horrible movie. That was really, really horrible. But anyway, well, it's not really that horrible, but it's still, I wouldn't watch it ever again after that. But anyways, I would love to actually have seen like a Hangover version of this. The fact that Hangover, they're on a cruise ship, and the hypnotist screwed them over, or again drugs or whatever, and now they have to try to figure out where one of their friends is again. Something like that. I would say, yeah, that would work. That would work. So that would have been cool. Just have a cruise ship version of Hangover where it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Or they could just spice it up, not look for a friend. A friend's not missing. It's just at a presentation thing, just like how this movie went. And now they have to look for it because, well, they got hypnotized and everything. And then chances are the hypnotist would have got popped in the mouth. But other than that, it's kind of like, So I would have loved to have seen this. I would have loved to actually have seen this thing to work out. And chances are, with the whole thing, I guess it will be like two couples. They're not getting along just right, but they work together, and then, yeah, something like that. But, anyways, this movie, I would say, is interesting. Very interesting. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more movie reviews.